Hello? All right. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to my secondary channel, the number one grinder, Real Talk. Yours truly, the number one grinder. Yes. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. I touched on it a little bit on the Underrated Doctors channel, but I think it's very appropriate we should talk about. I don't know that I'm going to have a panel discussion. I don't know. It'll probably be the last minute, but if not, probably could be a continuation on maybe on the morning chat or afternoon chat, evening chat tomorrow night. But the title is My Learning Always Eternal. I will explain. Brother Logan, I'm glad you come here. 10 files, glad you're here. Please stay there. I'm gonna hit y'all with this I forgot to read this out. Just remember us as the righteous ones. We are still winners. Yes, we are still winners. If you can hear me, press one. If you can hear me, press one. Before I continue. If y'all can hear me, press one. Y'all can hear me, press one. Let me know. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hit y'all with this intro. I ain't gonna do no long intro tonight. I hit you. You know what? Let me see. Yeah. Let me hit y'all with this one. Be back. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Um, in life, when our parents through God. Oh, you read this. Just remember us as the righteous. We are still winners. That's the number one grind. I thought I read about that, but it's all right. It's all right. Let me get this together here. Okay. Then God, let me repeat this again. Through God and our parents, they gave us the tools to be, to succeed and stuff. And we learning, right? Excuse me. We learn from their mistakes. They tell us to do, and they tell us to do what's right, because they love us, right? So but at the same time, there's certain things we have to learn on our own, right? There's never a cap of learning, right? So you go through baby, and you go through when you're a little kid, and then those man or woman. So we put that out there, and you go through you hit teenager. They teenager ain't no joke, because you start smelling yourself. But you learn, and they teach you about association. So mean association. That means you have to learn of different people, because people could, if they don't like it, they can get you into trouble and stuff like that. But along the way, you learn from your mistakes, and you're still here, right? Then you become an adult, and you're still learning, right? Because that means you become an adult. That means you're on your own now. Brother CER. Okay, got you. And you have to learn. You have to go through certain mistakes. Sometimes the mistakes is much more bigger than others, but you got through it, right? There are some that make certain mistakes. They got in trouble. Sometimes it becomes fatal, right? Sometimes it's their fault. Sometimes it's their fault. Sometimes it's not. But got through it, right? There are even people say, "Oh, you get locked up in jail. You can never learn." Yeah, you can learn. You can better yourself, rehabilitating and read books and stuff, and always you never stop learning, right? Then when you start hitting my age and stuff, and you become OG, and then after that you acquire knowledge, and after that you reach up to the elder stage, reach up to that level, and you acquire knowledge, and then you or everything that you learn from God, through your parents, through other people of your family that are standard, and you in you inquire in that, and so you just help others, right? That's the way it's supposed to be, right? Learning is eternal, right? You never stop learning, never stop learning, right? Because when you stop learning, your better self, there is a stop. And then when there's a stop, you come, you just stuck on one level and stuff. So that's what I developed. My learning always eternal. I will explain. That's why I always say that I always keep on learning, because the more you learn, the younger you get, right? The younger you get, you see things clearly. Sometimes you can see things that actually happen that the next person they don't even know, because you acquire the knowledge. You learn certain things. But there are certain people in this world, they're not like that. They feel, oh, I learned what I learned. That's it. But you find out how they life it's not all complete that they should. So, oh, Stan Logan, I ain't got you. Yeah, type some in the chat, Logan. Type some in the chat, and that's why, like I'm talking about our scholars. If you know about why the scholars be living like 70, 80, 90 years old, because they always learning. They always learn. They read books. They're not just book smarts, but they life smarts. You know, that's why it's always good when you acquire learning. People say, "Oh, I'm book smart." No, you got to be street smart. You got to have life smarts with it. That's gonna prepare you to go on certain levels that you need to, especially if you have a family. That means you start develop your family, right? When you develop, you gotta keep on learning, because when you start having children, every child have a different personality, right? Your significant one, no matter the man or woman, has different personality, different moods, right? So you gotta learn. It cannot be no cat. Can't be no cat. So also, the sad thing about it, we deal with people that keep on talking the same thing, same thing, same thing. There is no refresh of information. Brother Sheed, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. There is no refresh of information. Brother Bruce Gas, how you doing? Thanks for coming. And we have to understand that information is very important, because that's part of learning, right? You can never say, oh, information is old and stuff, but you gotta update it. But see, when you update it, right, that means you learn it. That means your spirit is it's there. Your spirit, you lift up, right? But find out in this space, we understand outside. Excuse me, we understand it's outside, but in this space, it's not like that. Seem like some majority of people's going backwards. And the ones that's going backwards, those are the ones who's popular. And it's just a recycle. There's no newness of the information. There's great information in the past should be updated that we should talk about. Right? Box fan in the building. Thanks for coming. I got some boxing for you coming up. So stay tuned for that. I got you. And welcome everybody in chat. Please hit the like button. Hit the like button, please. Share this out. So, and then this is the thing about people don't know. When you acknowledge a person, that means you learn a person. You acknowledge the person what they doing good. Right? That's part of learning. You can learn. See, people say, "Oh, you can learn from anybody." That is true, but you got to be careful who you learn from, because they are selecting ones which want to misguide you, and they want to stop your learner eternal, just like that if you let them. But it doesn't mean you can correct that and get back to eternal learning of your life. But why are you going to put yourself in it? I ask myself, everything I'm saying goes for me too. It's a reminder that it goes for me too. So we got to understand these negative people, they talk about this person, they talk about that person, they talk about their concepts, what they doing for years and years and years. But it seems like they ain't going nowhere, right? But the ones like us has like-minded, they are doing things outside of space, that are helping people, that have genuine, transparent message that actually uplift person, uplift, someone. Nah, they don't want that. And we have to understand those are the ones are spiritual dead. And I'm talking about the learning now. The learning, spiritual, learning dead, culturally, learning dead, socially, learning dead. But see, some of the line them got a good gift of gab too. You figure like this, all right, yeah, oh yeah. Let's big them. Let's go from man on one. Big them up. Yeah, you know this, wow, this and that. Listen, and let me put this out there. I am not hating on anybody that want to learn and they get all wherever they have to better themselves and help others. Not talking about that. But at the same time, it should never stop from learning eternally. And we have to and also having conversation too. Constructive conversation. That's going to have a uniqueness of the future. That has to happen. Because there are some that in this space say, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. It's old and stuff." But if it's the truth, right, and you could learn from it, why not? But you cannot tell these misguided people, some in this space. These are the same ones trying to tell you how to run your life. Oh, you need to do this and that. Well, it ain't working for you. Why should it work for you? It ain't working for me. Especially if they not willing to better themselves, right? Because see, to better yourself, that means you have to learn. That means you write your own book, right? You are creating more chapters in your life. Brother J Bones, what's good? Up in the peace. Good evening. How you doing? Everybody, the ones in the chat, thanks for coming. Very much appreciated. And when you start learning, you become a little kid. Oh man, I ain't know I learned this and everything. And it's good. And then when you're mastering it, you can pass it on to others, and then they get the benefits about it. And then they understand that they creating their own learning eternal. That's the best. No, that's the greatest satisfaction, especially that person is willing to change for the better, that did the work. They see your example, and I can make it. I said that in Underrated Thoughts channel, but I say in another concept. Where we go stick to learning. Just like you go on a date, or opposite of sex, you gotta learn that person, right? You can't shield it in. How you gonna learn about yourself? How you gonna learn about that person, right? Then the chemistry comes in, because see, learning is part of chemistry. Learning is part of cooking. Learning is part of your own way. You're writing your own book. If there's some rocky times, yes. But along the way, you're gonna learn from others that's gonna push you. And sometimes at that time, oh, I don't want. But then you come to find out years later, oh, I learned from that person. Okay, I get it. Right? That's when you build up learning eternal. You're not gonna know everything. And that's what the problem with people in the space, the men and women, they figure they know everything. You don't know nothing. You don't know what God got in store for you. You don't even know what's gonna happen in a few hours when you get up. You don't know that there's certain things you have to deal with. There's sometimes certain things you have to deal with, yes. Oh man, ain't nothing gonna happen, man. You just talking that jive talk. No. That means you giving up learning. You giving up on yourself. You giving up of your inner self. What's up, nephew? How you feel, nephew? What's good? So along the way, when we have this learner eternal, that means we got to make certain decisions within ourselves. That sometimes there's no family around. Here's to turn my head. There's no family around, and you got to make that. And you got to make that decision a split second. You got to make that. You got to make that decision right then and there. I'm glad that you're home. I'm glad that you're home, nephew. But see, again, in this space, there are some that are doing the work, that are willing to put themselves out there to give you their formula of their learning. So you can learn bits and pieces from them to cultivate of your learner in eternal of your life. And sometimes you're not going to piece it right then and there. You're not. But you be on your way. Like I always said, stick to the process, right? Learning, learning too. You got to stick to we all got to stick to the process. This says, some of us have suffered losses in our lives. There's people say, oh, you got to do this and that, but it's part of learning. You got to cope with things too. So, for instance, I lost my brother last year, my second oldest brother last year. But if I'm going to keep on, be on one level, how I'm going to learn to cope with it, right? Now, people say life goes on. That's cruel, right? That's part of learning eternal. My belief in God, I'm saying he's in a temporary sleep, so I know I will see him soon. But I know I gotta deal with these people on this earth and stuff like that. So I gotta cope with it, and I gotta understand. I gotta get on my life. So I cannot let nothing get in the way of my learning eternal of my life. I still got to develop my vision because, see, develop of your own self vision. You have to understand that you're going to have to learn what vision that you want to, which vision, which when you have a vision, what you want to take it here, you want to take it there, or you want to be now, or you got to know about stuff like that. It's all about learning, and learning doesn't mean you just read a book. Learning is about life. And you don't know what life gonna give you at the time, but you gotta be ready for it. Learning is also learning eternal is all about learn from current events in the past, what you have to deal with in your life. How can you apply it to get it better for yourself? And that's very important. That like you look at these animals. Animals is so I'm gonna tell you, animals these days they are so smart because they learn it. You get a pit bull and everything, they raise it from their little and stuff. They know the whole family. Brother Khan, salute to you. Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. And then when you show the animal, you show that pit bull how how to play, and you play with certain things, and they get bigger. They remember. I give you case in point on TikTok today. It was I don't know. It was a guy. He got sick, so they strap him up strap him up in a stretcher, and then they roll him under the ambulance. And you know what the dog did? The dog, I guess they trying to tell the dog you can't go, and the dog kept on looking. I don't. It wasn't a pit. It was a regular dog. I don't know what it was. And that dog, soon as they put the guy in the ambulance, that dog got in the ambulance and got on top of his bed and stayed right there. That's learning eternal. He didn't, because that dog didn't care about the people who are ambulance. I don't care what you said. I'm gonna ride with him. That's learning. And learning eternal means also too how you treat people. Do you respect their existence? Do you respect that the same person as the same way they want to learn and strive to be better? Different journey, same flight. Part of learning too. Are you willing to ask questions? To learn certain things, learn something to strive to get better. D Love, how you feel? Thanks for coming. Hit the like button. Yes, it is. Respect is fundamental. It's part of learning. That people say, hey, I need you. I see your pictures. You be burning. You know how to cook, and you know how to cook. You think I just learned this from yesterday? No, it takes time to cook. Despite my late father was a chef, and my late mother in her own way she can cook. You know, I've been around cook, but it's an art. Well, let me tell you a little something about myself. I always took pride in learning about different things. And I learned when I was very, very early, I was very good to understand things and talk about it. Any sport, I could break it down to fundamentals. I could have regular conversations. I'm a very diverse, versatile person because I want to keep on learning, and it served me well. But if there's something that I don't know, I'm gonna find out what it is and learn about it. Because look, now I don't know everything. Like I say for a little over 20 minutes ago, I don't know everything. I don't know everything. I don't. But I take pride what I do. I talk. Y'all know me. I talk about everything. Whatever's in my mind, I can back it up to because majority of the stuff I've been through it. Because see, learning, you just cannot put a few things that you learn about, and you're gonna go on with your life like that. No, 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 no. You gotta open up. You sometimes you gotta swallow that pride. Yeah. My late pops was a chef for a long time. So, but that's not the only thing. I know how to do. I do a lot. I talk, as you know, on the underrated doctor channel, I talk about, like I said, I talk about a lot of stuff. And even my secondary channel of the number one grinder real talk, I talk about everything. And I'm very, and due to the grace of God, I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself, and here I promise. And I also, I'm thankful that even people in the past has helped me to keep on understanding, to keep on learning eternal. I'm thankful. I thank them for that. So never let anybody to turn you away from eternal learning eternal. You're also learning eternal to save your life. Yeah, you know. It was one time. Let me unbutton this. I was a spiritual counselor early, so I dressed like that. Well, it was one time. I give you a case in point. This on the underrated doctors channel continuation. Wherever I don't know D level, I research it. Yeah, wherever it is. Even if I don't know, even if I know, I still research it. because that's when the update comes in the picture. And it was a few brothers that told me like almost a year and a half ago, yo, you're underrated, once you start an MMA platform, we support it. I don't know. Because at the time I was doing some thing and I was like, I was really going hard, to trying to get at that time on my underrated darkness channel, I was pushed for like maybe 1,500. I was. Excuse me, let me take a swig of this. And now thought about it. I do know MMA. Hey, one SP in the building. What's good? In the piece. Thanks for coming. And I created it. Now it's just continue from underrated darkness to right here. We up to 36. The underrated MMA talk. All right, another one that I created from the underrated darkness channel. Continue on here. The underrated boxing talk. Continuing from right here. One right here. The next one should be 77. Also, I created a different series. I still got some series in the underrated darkness. That as soon as I get that fixed, the underrated darkness channel, I gotta continue that too. Cause see, when you learn eternal, you have to understand. You gotta position yourself of different hats. You gotta wear quite a few hats because you never know. You might help somebody, or you might learn from someone to help perfect. Excuse me, your eternal learning. And that's when the pride, remember I talking about the pride? And that's when the pride comes in the picture. Gotta be careful of that. Gotta be real careful of that. Because there's people gonna be hating. Like you got one SP, he worried about like about 3 or 4 different types of books. That means he realized of learning eternal. He refuses, said, I'm not going to stop learning. I appreciate Brother Khan. I appreciate that. And I take pride in that. And you got to be, and that's how you evolve in a person, in yourself too. That's how you evolve. You got to embrace life. Yo, what's going on? Yo, that's the big homie right there. Yo, what's going on? Now, let me say this. Salute to you, brother. Thank you so much. I'm make sure I'm gonna get you. Make sure I'm get my brother right here. This is a brother right here. I met him through the LDBC. Shout out to the LDBC. And he talks, he not just talk about boxing. He talked about spiritual. He talked about stuff like me. And there's a few times on my underrated thoughts. Oh yeah, boxing comes with Reggie Owens. I'm gonna get that channel fixed. So don't worry about that. But he had got me. I've been on his panel few times, and we don't talk about boxing. We talking about empowering our people. We talking about families and stuff. And also, he don't even know. He was giving me some pointers. Yeah, man, you start this boxing thing. Yeah, boxing conversation with Reggie Owens. I do boxing now. Been a while. Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put down my secondary email. And this, I want you to take it down, bro. I want you to take this And also, one SP, I want you to take it down too, and anybody else. Yeah, I want you to take it down too, Reggie, and drop me an email so I can plug you in. But his brother, he talks about everything. He talks about empowerment. He talks about housing. He talks about different things. Nah, I ain't listening to boxing conversation. I want to talk about boxing. You can't talk about boxing all the time. I can talk about boxing. I can. But you got some people who want to talk about boxing. They just want to talk about one phase about, oh, yo, let's talk about fighting. But they say they don't want to talk about the racism comes into the picture. They don't want to talk about how still black fighters still being disrespected. And he talks about that. He talks about political that comes with it. And we need to hear stuff like that. And then people say, oh, that's old stuff. That's real old stuff. But you could update it, right? But when you update it, that means you learn it eternal. See, the ones that is saying true stuff in the past, we have to understand it's up to us right now to update what they taught us and show us so they can have so we can have it and pass it on to others. Of course, the time what they saying is different times, but if it resonates even right now, why not? So what happened was along the times that on my channel, I would say my channel on the Dark is that I will bring it back soon. I have to get it fixed. That along the way, I got to make my own path, and even that how nobody ain't pushing for me, I still got to make it my own because in the long run, I'm going to help others. Because learning eternal is not easy. Especially when you be in your vision. When your vision is broader, oh, that's a greater responsibility. That's a greater responsibility. But if you willing to take that on, you're going to be okay. Thank you, 1SP. So this was I remember it was one time that I was in a boxing conversation regular. He put on remember about 3 years ago. I was on the radio. He got me on there. He said, "Yeah, let's talk about boxing." On the radio, no boxing. Yeah, ain't no boxing. You ain't know. Y'all sleeping on him. He know a lot of stuff. And I want to salute to you. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that, brother Owens. See, things like that. See, little conversations like that. People uplift you like that goes a long way. Now they don't want to do that on 1SP because they learn it is capped. And sisters too. They capped. I don't want to be capped. I still want to live. So when I live, I want to live the longest I can. So I'm trying to learn wherever I can to improve. But you got to put in the work. There is a process of learning eternally. That means that you got to take care of yourself and your body when you start getting older. There are certain things that slower. So you got to like, okay, I gotta do it this way. But just remember, everything what I'm saying, it goes for me too. That means that we gotta constantly motivate ourselves first. Enjoy yourself first. But at the same time, you just cannot put yourself out there to everybody because everybody they don't know your journey. They don't know you have to certain things you have to come from the floor and rise up. They're not gonna understand because hey, some of them just always have, right? They always have this. Hey, give. So of course they not going to. And then you be around like I had somebody told me, hey, you know, look at this and that. Well, yeah, you I'm not mad at you. You learning and everything, but you're not taking advantage of, you know. Because there are some that got had excellent resources. They ain't heard of money. They ain't heard of people. They are power people. But ain't so much they can hold your hand, right? So we gotta understand here that hold on, let me see. Okay. I was looking at my phone, so something happened. Okay. I get with that person later on. But like I'm saying that embrace embrace it. It's hard. Not gonna lie to y'all. It's hard. But embrace it. And trust me, people will recognize it. And then even some of them recognize it. So what? And just understand this too. When you willing to put in the work to learn eternal, now a lot of people ain't gonna be around. You're gonna know it. They're not gonna hit you if you really want. Yeah, having a good attitude is important. But see, I'm a warrior, so I know at times the way I go at I turn people off. And then also there are some people that ain't gonna get it. So they gonna say this and that, and they gonna like people. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna get to know no one grinder, you know, because he's such, you know. Instead, of asking me, so you're gonna go through that too, y'all. Just shrug it off and keep him pushing. But just remember, you're gonna benefit at the end. And then the ones that willing to take on what you is, but if they own way, so be it. But if not, like my late mother said, what it is what it is. You know. So I love the person I am. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then at the same time, I'm gonna say a few things because I'm not gonna keep you up because I know that y'all gotta go to work and y'all want to spend time with family and stuff. So I'm not gonna keep you up and everything. But at the same time, right? When you know, you know. When you don't know, you ask. Learning eternal means become through God. Become an expert in your life. You do whatever it takes to be a better you in your life. and understand there is a price you got to pay to do what's right. And also, it's a process. Because you know why I said it? Because I have to understand that years ago. So when I look back at my life, I said, dang, I got to do that. By the grace of God, I got to do it. Man, I remember I battle tested by the grace of God. But at the same time, God can help me all He wants to, but it's got to be up to me. I got to learn from it. And I said, just give me the grace so one day if I live, I could help others. Because you have, see, this is the thing. This is the thing that people have to understand. We have to understand this. A reminder. And everything what I'm saying is goes for me too. When you get it, gotta pass it out. Gotta give it out. But there's gonna be some might not get. How do you know that? Just give it out. And then if they don't give it out, hey, no problem. Just gotta give it out. Because you already got the benefits of it, right? I mean, you can put it in your pocket, it could be a reminder, but give it out. And I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be sometimes people gonna look at you like you strange, like you stupid, like you don't know what you're talking about. Don't let that bother you. Because at the end of the day, there could be people could have more power than you. They figure they more smarter than you, and they get degrees. And I'm saying the ones who get the degree legitly, and you helping our people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about y'all. I'm not talking about y'all, but I'm talking about the ones that are egotistical. That you have to understand. Their time is going to come. Big Rooster in the building. Salute to you. And just understand, they can talk all they want. You cannot stay on top eternally. You can't. Especially of their messages is not transcend to the ones that need. And I could tell you this though too. Don't be surprised when you run into the people, you end up knowing more than they do. Because you take the necessary steps to keep on learning. Because they want to put a cap of their learning. Because some of them rely on their lifestyle. They remind of certain information. They rely on that doggone degree. But understand this as always. When you learn eternally, you can never prepare life. You don't know what life gonna give you. But you gotta be in it, right? So I'm gonna tell the ones outside that egotistical, hey, what's up, sweetie? How you doing? April Smith in the building. And this is the thing that some of them in this space have to understand. You gotta be around people that are diverse. You cannot be around sane people all the time. You're not gonna learn. You gotta learn to branch out. Branch out to somewhere that you don't know. And test yourself. You'll be surprised. And it not just go for the space, it goes in life. I miss April too. And that's the thing that some of these people in the space fail to understand. We understand outside of space, but people in the space, like, you can hold on to that place. You can hold on to that place if you want, and you could have other people following you all you want. But are you willing to make them better? Are you willing to sacrifice yourself to help others genuinely? Are you willing to learn from somebody so it could increase of your learning eternal? See, I can't ask that questions for y'all, but I got to answer for myself, and especially the ones in the clouds. Like I said, it's not easy. It's not. It's not. It's not. Yes, a lot of good people just got sketch them out, got screen them out. And also, you got to watch out to the ones that likes to all the time. Because part of learning eternal, sometimes you gotta shut your mouth and you gotta listen. Why do you think I always say develop your authentic listening, and vision gotta be clear. That's part of learning eternal. What's up, brother T Price? That's a great channel right there. He not just talk about sports, he talks about life. Oh, I can't learn from that person. Yo, that person got locked up. How I can learn from that person? You stupid. Wow, how? Yeah, you can learn a whole lot from a person who get locked up and come out and better themselves. But when you get hemmed up in the jail, oh, yo, could you help me? No. You didn't want to learn from me. You see me as a statistic. Nah, you on your own. Oh, wow, yo. Few minutes, I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna hit you up offline, bro. Congrats. Yeah, I was praying for you, bro. Yeah, I know you got it. I see. This is what I'm saying. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it like this. I always do this. I'm gonna dedicate this live to my brother T Price. Brother JMJ, always support me. Thank you. I'm gonna support this for brother JMJ. I'm not gonna talk about the life because I'm not gonna do that. But that brother right there had to come from the bottom up. And I'm telling you, as a black man, it's a celebration, not just for the black man, but for our people, but at the same time for human beings. That's eternal. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's eternal learning. He refused to stop learning. Because when you eternal, when you be in eternal learning, you could accomplish things. I know. And then when you build on your eternal learning, great things can happen. It's not going to happen when you want to, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen when it's needed. Yeah, exactly. That's great news. And I'm going to dedicate this live to you and your great news. Because we on right here, we respect existence. I respect the grind. That's why I'm a number one grinder, because I grind. Like I said, y'all, it's not easy, man. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's not easy being in this world when you get constantly counted out. It's not easy when you get up and then you get counted out and you got to keep on pushing and pushing. It's not easy when you have people keep on throwing things at you that you know that you're doing good, that you know that you improve for what you did in the past, and everything else, and you keep on doing it, you keep on doing it, keep on doing it, keep on doing it, and sometimes the devil have on your goddamn neck like this, and you said, nah. What T. Price has said, I'm going to look it in your face, devil, and I'm going to do whatever I can to provide for me and my family no matter what. God had brought him here. That is a fact. I give you, you know what? I'm going to drop some on y'all too. It's real talk. This is real talk, fam. It's true. I've been living in this apartment complex almost 10 years. Right? They was building like renovating apartments and all that for a while. So when I going to get mine? You know what I mean? What's up and everything? You know? Like, yo, what's going on? Right? Long the way, when they was building up, I lost my mom's 2019 in September. I lost my brother, lost my younger brother a month and a half later in November. And then along the way, 2020 was not a good year for me. And I lost that. And then my apartment was like, it was okay. I had somewhere to go, but I was looking around and stuff like that. And then I talked to my brother. He was sickly at the time, my second old brother. And I lost him last August the 18th. He said, something's going to happen. And last December, when I paid last rent of that old apartment, hey, you know, I know that you look for apartments and wherever. I did. And we got two, I had two, but the other one was not ready. And I was supposed to move the 17th of December. So I packed my stuff. Got some pasta, I packed my stuff. But it wasn't ready. But I didn't give up hope because I know it's going to be reality. I knew that my learning eternal has to be intact because learning eternally, that means that part of it, you got to have patience. You got to work in action. You got to show and prove. So what happened wasn't ready on the 17th. It was ready on the week of Christmas. Because learning eternal make you not to give up. And I can tell you this. By Monday, I was moving my stuff in the week of Christmas. Everything I had in here, like the first 2 nights, I slept in the old apartment. But I got up one night. I will never forget. It was an early Tuesday morning. I opened the door right here. Yeah, you up in this piece, dog. But I gotta keep on learning. So I had to learn already. This apartment. It was, and all of a sudden now I'm walking around here, and what I'm gonna tell you was another blessing too of learning too. It's less than 30 steps from my old apartment to here. Or I just need somebody to help me bring my bed stuff in. That was that Wednesday. So by Christmas, I was like putting things up. I said I can finish that Friday, put things that Friday. Then I have to wait that Friday, that Monday, they brought the No, they came that Friday. They came that Friday. They came that Friday. And put in my cable. But when I learned from myself, battle tested. I learned from my late parents. I learned from my late younger brother, and I learned from my late second oldest brother. I learned from people in the past had instilled me of learning, no matter what it is that is constructive. And I could say, yeah, I'm proud of myself and stuff. Nah, I stand the test of time. And I'm here to tell y'all. And then along the way and stuff, there's people have blessed me with certain things. Ever since I moved here, ever since I've been moving this renovated apartment, you know what I mean? I got a dishwasher. After I finish, I got to throw some in the dishwasher. You know what I mean? But God is good, right? Because God gave me the mind to live to learn eternally. It's a struggle, y'all. Struggle to learn eternally. It's a struggle. And then when you learn eternally, sometimes people just going to give you all, just going to give it to you what it is. Just if you know that's a good person, just take that and understand and dissect that and learn from that. Just don't get discouraged. Yeah, they getting the cash ass. They doing this and that and drama, this and that and stuff like that. But you just keep on doing the right thing. Keep on standing up. Keep on learning in turn. And the ones who's not willing to do that, and please hit the cash app if you can. Please hit the cash app. It's dollar sign capital JT 53000. That'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you hit the bell. Make sure you hit the bell too. It's in the chat. Hit that. Hit that. Just to understand that you're always on the way. I appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Come from you. It come from a woman. I really appreciate that. But I learned from y'all too. I learned from y'all in the chat. Because y'all didn't have to come here. But you are. And I appreciate you take the time. Because I was going to do it tomorrow. I was. But I said, nah, let me hit this with 1105. I just want to let you know that no matter what journey you're in, and it could be small, but it's your journey, and be proud of it. And just remember, like me, like Brother T. Price, when you grind, when you grind, when you learn eternally, great things gonna happen to you. And not everybody cannot be part of it. There are great things happening to me, y'all. I will make mistakes. Yes, I will make mistakes. But I can't, nobody can't tell me nothing, y'all. Nobody can't tell me. Nobody can't tell me. Nah. It just understand that. Keep on working. And sometimes it gets bleak at times. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Gets bleak at times. And part of learning internally, treat people with respect. And the ones don't even think about it. Just don't think about them. Because those are the ones gonna say, I'm gonna use D Love. I'm gonna use you as example. They're like, hey, how D Love get this? How D Love get that? She don't, because she put in the work. She refused to be brain dead as y'all are, and she reaping the benefits from it. And when you start to have the benefits, embrace it. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong to embrace it. Nothing wrong to get teared up in emotion. And let me tell you, I'm gonna say a few things, and I'm gonna be up out of here, man. But I thought I added you as a mod, April. D Love. Let me see. I got D Love. April Smith. Type something for me, please. I thought let me tell you, man. When I got up that Wednesday morning, and when the people, some of my people, they would say, "Yeah, we're gonna help you move." I said, "Finally, I'm getting out of here." When they moved my bed and my dresser, I moved. Matter of fact, 95% of my stuff. What? Dang, people, but you gonna be all right. But 95, I'm moving myself. 95, I'm only stuff that I got help moved in is two dresses. But I moved the dress, I moved the drawers, everything. I'm talking about everything. I did it myself. But when I came, not slept, when I lay in the bed, I tear it up, y'all. I ain't gonna front. I tear it up. Cause the grind, baby. Cause the grind. Yo, why you man? Why you cry when you tear up? You know the journey, y'all. Journey is the grind. Yeah, I didn't know. I would, dealer. I was like packing my stuff. I was like, choo 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 choo. I was like, this chair I'm sitting in. I was putting boxes rolling. Choo. Certain thing I was carrying. Choo. This table I'm sitting, I carried myself. I was motivated. Don't get me wrong, my body did pay for it. It paid for it. It did, but I was protected. Yeah, I was motivated. I can tell you the second night when I was moving my stuff in, I put the tape right here. It was this. I think I sit in this chair. I ate my first stuff here. Then I said I had to go back because he lay down and everything. I couldn't. Nah, I ain't want to do it because I left the door. Oh, sure, I left the door open. The other house, you know. But by the grace of God. But when I was moving, I learned more about myself. I said, "Dad, I was pushing this." and and along the way, blessings was coming here and there, And stay true to yourself. You'd be surprised what you learn. Then put a cap on learning. If you got kids, tell your kids that too. But also make sure that you learn something that you could benefit for yourself and help others. Don't learn from this garbage out here. Because they are putting out garbage. Because see, when you learn garbage, it's a cap too. When you toxic, there's a cap. But see, toxic people do not like people like us that we learn internally because we always evolving. You know what I mean? Remember that. Yeah, I see the finish line. Yeah. And just remember, your finish line is different from others. Oh, he got the money. He and she, they got that's all right. But see, this is the thing you got to realize though too. Look how less work they have to put in. But they don't know they have to put in more work to keep it up, right? That means they don't have no great appreciation of their journey because people's giving them pieces of their journey while you doing it the right way. Perspective is very important. Priorities is very important, y'all. Up this learning on eternally, y'all. So I just want to thank y'all. Um, hmm. I want you to go check it out. I did a chop up with brother Pastor $40. It's in my channel. Please check it out. That yeah, we talk about some things and we build on some things. I want y'all to go check it out. Us men, we doing some things. Um, let me see something. Like I said, anybody that wants to donate, there goes the cash up right there. That'd be greatly appreciated. And that dog strayed. Yeah, you came late, man. Okay, ready to close this out. The title tonight, My Learning Always Eternal. I will explain. My learning always gonna be eternal. And I advise y'all, you'll keep on doing the same thing. And stop letting people say to you, oh, you gotta have book smarts. No, you gotta have life smarts. Because life is gonna prepare you to get deeper of your own self-learning. It makes you tap into your inner self, into your better self. And you'd be surprised how talented you really are. I learned that when I was very young. I learned that, y'all. So I was good. And sometimes, let me say this though too. I should have said this. Nah, you know what? It was meant for me to say this though too. And it's nothing wrong to have constructive arrogance too. Nothing wrong with that. Because of the hard times, you gotta have constructive arrogance. That is true. You know? So I would advise people, tell them, have constructive arrogance. Oh, you think yeah, I'm all that, yeah. I really is, yeah. Respectful, I really is. I don't like you. Okay. Yeah, true. So have that constructive arrogance, that part of learning eternal. It really is. It helps you out. You don't have to just throw it in people's face. Now, over arrogance can get you in trouble. Not talking about that. I'm talking about constructive arrogance that you keep it within the content of your life. That's what I'm talking about. You gotta have that. You gotta identify with that. So thank you on behalf of my secondary channel, the number one grinder, Real Talk. I really appreciate that, y'all. This is the most I ever had, 8, 9, and stuff like that. But I think I said enough. I run my mouth too much. But I want to thank y'all. What's this? What's this? You know? Yeah, do that. Don't be afraid. Learning, eternal, can make you live longer, make you feel young, even despite what certain things you go through. And it's not a lot of people ain't going to respect you, but it's okay. Because along the way, you're going to pass the ones. They probably right here already, right here, but you're gonna pass them, and you're gonna lead them from the dust, because they ain't put the work in. Thank you. Learn from you too. I'm still learning. Yeah, I get it, April, but you know, but I just for me is this. I know sometimes I get discouraged in this space. You get angry and but just understand, just do the work. No matter what, it don't have to be big. You don't have to let everybody know what you're doing, but be a better you. That's it. No matter what background you in, Be a better you. Either you living in the projects, or you living in a city, or you live in Rouen, or wherever it is. Be a better you. Because there ain't no better yous who have houses and have their own companies and stuff. And majority of them, they miserable. Because they don't take the time. Because see, their priorities is not keeping up like as we are. Thank y'all. I really appreciate that. And I don't take y'all for granted. I don't. I don't take y'all for granted. And I will thank y'all so much. Means a lot. And remember, anybody that is traveling to your destination or home, take extra safety precaution to take care of yourself because the climate out there is no joke and it's real. And we don't want nothing to happen to y'all, right? We don't want nothing to happen to y'all. Sunny boxing talk. That's another one right there. Learning eternal. What's going on, brother? Sunny boxing talk. Yeah, I gotta hit you up, bro. I gotta hit you up. But just understand that don't let nobody take away from your happiness. Don't let them. Well, see, let me say this. Part of happiness too is learning eternal. Gotta understand that. But thank y'all so much. Good morning. I might do a morning chat. I might do a morning chat. I don't know. It really depends. Um, but if I'm gonna do morning chat, ladies and gentlemen are welcome. It's in. I'm opening it up the panel. So if I don't have your email, or I don't have if I don't have your email or telephone number, can't get on. And the ones that already know, pass it out. Let them know. Cause I'm not even gonna do that. We ain't gonna entertain that. Put the thing in the chat. No. Brother C, thank you as always for your support. Um, just remember. Hold on. I gotta do something. Take care of yourselves. Learning eternally. Make you live longer. Keep your family together. Instill that in your kids. Have constructive arrogance. Thank y'all. Good morning. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Stay blessed. Thank you.